Welcome to another edition of The Way I See It, Sunday night edition, 9:30. We're here. This is the 30-minute Sunday night edition. We're here every single night, Sunday night, 9:30, live here on Facebook. And later on, it'll be uploaded to YouTube. So you can watch it on YouTube later on. We'll be taking your comments throughout the course of the show. So we're here till 10 o'clock tonight. We have a lot to talk about, as we always do on this program, The Way I See It. But as usual tonight, we're going to get into our segment on the Chinese wisdom. And it says this: good judgment comes from experience. Experience comes from bad judgment. So there you are. Tonight's Chinese wisdom right here on The Way I See It. We're here live on Facebook. I'll be taking your comments tonight. Please don't forget to put your comments down below as well as we get into tonight's broadcast. I have a lot to talk about tonight. I have some blasts out there tonight. Some blasts that I know some of you are not going to like and some of you might. But and I have the bonehead move tonight, which I think you're going to find quite entertaining. This boneheaded move that somebody did as well. All right, we're going to start with our blast segment, and what we do here, if you're new to the program, is I blast somebody every Sunday night here at 9:30 on the Sunday night edition of The Way I See It, okay? And I also do it on my TV show on PCTV. Now, we have two shows coming up on PCTV on a rotating basis. Tonight, overnight, at 2 a.m., is The Way I See It, PCTV, channel 21 Comcast, 47 Verizon Cable, and on PCTV's Facebook page. But you can catch it at 2 o'clock in the morning if you can't sleep, rather than watching maybe, State Patrol or whatever on Me TV and Canon and all them that are on. But they won't be on into the morning. But what I'm saying is if you can't sleep, 2 a.m., you can watch my broadcast of the interview I did with Pastor Paul Roberts, which is a great interview. He talks about COVID in the church and how it affected his life, church's life, and all of our lives as far as the church goes with the way I See It TV edition. And then I have one where I did single. I was supposed to have a guest on the second show, and you'll be able to see that tomorrow at midnight going into Tuesday. All right, so you'll be able to see that at midnight. I'm by myself for that show. Lots to talk about, as always, different topics, blast. Chinese wisdom. I was supposed to have a professional pro PBA bowler on local, but he couldn't make it because of a prior emergency obligation. So he couldn't make it. So we're going to schedule that for another time. Let's talk tonight, before we get started with the blast. Let's talk tonight about the fact that we just had our St. Patrick's Day parade on Saturday. It's back. 2 years. Last year, it was in September. They moved it because of COVID. Okay? And they had it this year. The crowd, they said, wasn't all that big this year. But it was great to see it back for the sake of the businesses. The North Shore, the South Side. It was nice that the St. Patty's Day parade, for all you Irish peoples, not everybody's Irish, goes out and gets drunk on that day. And instead of even St. Patty's Day, you use that weekend, you have traditionally here in Pittsburgh, to go out and get drunk and make a fool of yourself and make yourself to be a complete idiot and a moron when you go out and get completely sloshed for one day to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Okay? Hey, you know what? That's your right. You can do whatever you want. But let me tell you something. When it affects other people, that's when I have a problem. Okay? So it was great to see all the drunks back out. And it was nice that the parade happened for the sake of the businesses. It was good to see that. The businesses need some kind of pep up right now due to the inflation and the economy. And, I've made my comments here on this program, both on this show and on Friday. Don't forget about Friday, 7 p.m. podcast live on YouTube every Friday night at 7 p.m. of The Way I See It. And we indulge into some different topics every Friday night at 7 p.m. And then don't forget the rotating schedule on PCTV channel 21, Comcast 47, Verizon Cable, Roku, Fire Stick, and also on Apple TV. Don't forget, check out their Facebook page, PCTV, and also the episodes will be on there as well. The latest of The Way I See It. One's my interview. It'll be on this morning at 2 a.m. coming up with my interview with Pastor Paul Roberts. Okay, Blast. Tonight's Blast segment is brought to you by Robin Campbell Insurance, Farmers Insurance. Robin Campbell can be reached at 412-366-3399. He's my insurance agent, and I got to tell you, he's a great person, a great guy. He'll help you with life, renters, auto, and home. Any kind of insurance you need. Call Robin Campbell today. He's the best. I'll tell you, he'll come to your house if he has to. Okay? This guy answers his own personal phone on weekends. This is the type of agent that he is. 412-366-3399. Who else does personal service like that? Nobody but Robin Campbell, Farmers Insurance, is your sponsor tonight for Blast. And tonight, I'm going to blast Swickley Academy. Yeah, that's right. Swickley Academy's administration, you need to be blasted tonight because you ought to be ashamed of yourself and you should put a bag over your faces, okay? How dare you have a parent arrested who has had children inside your school, his children, for the last 10 years. He's given tuition money. He's helped out with fundraisers. He's done everything a parent that a child would want a parent to do for a private school, okay? And you have him arrested because he was involved in a protest with some students over some racial situation. Now, this is how stupid Swickley Academy's administration is. And, administrators, when it comes to education, are supposed to be smart, okay? Because that's what they're put there for, all right? But when you're not smart, when you have a parent arrested and fire a teacher because they got involved in a situation with some students that I guess they thought got ugly, but instead of sitting down with these students and listening to their needs or listening to what they want to say, you go ahead and have them removed from the school, you have them their parents arrested, and then you have a teacher fired who was involved in the situation only because he agreed with the students and was supporting them. That's what a teacher is supposed to do. Swickley Academy, do me a favor, please. Tonight, go get yourself a towel, wipe the egg off your face, and please wipe the egg off your face because you have it. Please put a bag over your heads or step down and resign because I'm going to tell you something. What you did was wrong, and you're going to lose a lot of students. You're going to lose a lot of backing from the parents, and you're going to lose a lot of teachers because of this nonsense. And that is the way I see it tonight. Next, Ricky Burgess. Here we go again, Ricky Burgess. Ricky, Ricky Burgess, you have a bad habit of opening your mouth and sticking foot in it. Now you want to charge a 1% tax to college students for the use of city services. Now, come on, Ricky. That doesn't make any sense. Why do you continue to come up with such stupid stuff? Why don't you resign or do something? Okay, please get away from this. This is a new administration in Ed Gainey. He wants to fix the city. You're in the way of things because of your thinking. I don't know what you were thinking, trying to say that you're going to charge college students. And again, you're going up against city council. You continue to go up against Michael Lamb. Stop doing that, okay? Ricky Burgess, do your homework. Take a look at things. Fix your community, okay? Fix your neighborhoods that you represent, okay? Worry about that. Don't worry about 1% taxes on college students for uses of city services. Shame on you, Ricky Burgess. And it's like every other time I have to blast you on this program. I think between you and Todd Joseph and City Council as a whole, I have to continue to blast you on this show because of what's been going on. And that's the way I see it with Ricky Burgess. Next, the WPIAL not doing anything about the Penn Hills Kiski area situation. You know, you let it slide under the carpet. Kiski's not going to do anything about it. Where are you? Why aren't you stepping up and doing something about this? Okay. Now Penn Hills refuses to go there, and I don't blame them. All right. The racial slurs were swung at the Penn Hills students. Look at the footage. Look at what was presented to you. Okay. Do something about this situation and nip it in the butt before it gets really out of control. And you know something? You worry about other stuff, but you don't worry about this. This is an important thing. Racial slurs at a sporting event. Okay? This is what deters people from not going to a sporting event, especially for a high school one, if their kid's going to get picked on like this or their kid's going to be scared. You can't do this. Okay? So, my suggestion to you, WPIAL, is please step in and do something fast, because I'm going to tell you what, this is going to get out of control as well. All right? And that tonight is the way I see it. Next, and I talked about this on Friday, and I'm talking about it right now here at Studio 808 in Allentown. Okay? And I'm talking to you tonight again about this. The 79 Bridge businesses in Bridgeville and Carnegie. Quit complaining. Okay? You're moaning and groaning, you don't have no business. Now, the state wants to toll it. I understand that's something nobody likes. Nobody wants to pay any extra money right now. Well, okay. It's not anyone's fault that our government won't go after these gas companies for gouging people, guys. It's not our fault that our government don't have the guts to go after the gas companies about this price gouging and the price gouging all across the board, because, as I've said many times, we live in a nothing society these days. Nothing. Nobody does anything about anything, but they'll complain about it. Okay? And you know what? That gets out of control. All right? So, by you complaining about too much traffic coming through your community, what are you complaining about, everybody? Allentown up here, we're opening up 2 new businesses because people are coming up here because the train or the T comes through here every night because of construction on the tunnel. And Port Authority, once they get this other situation straightened out that we'll talk about later on, okay, here on the way I see it, all right, we are building up here because people are coming through, and we're working on getting a steady T train to come through here. That brings people up to our businesses, and they're appreciating it. The businesses are appreciating it. Why don't you appreciate the people that have to detour through your community and will see your business and will patronize with it? Why? Oh, I'm tired. I'm stuck in traffic. Maybe I want to come to your place and get a delicious burger before I go home. Or maybe I want to get a pizza at Johnny's or Harry's Pizza Shop or whatever's down there. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? But no, instead, you're crying like a bunch of babies. I mean, crying. It's out of control. It is really terrible the way you guys are doing this, and I think that's wrong. You shouldn't be complaining and crying and getting out of control. Welcome it. It's business. Welcome it. Don't complain about it. That's the way I see it tonight. All right, next we have our bonehead move for the night. All right, every time here on the way I see it, on every one, the TV, the podcast, and of course my Sunday night show here, we do a segment called Bonehead. Somebody makes a boneheaded move that they probably shouldn't have made, and now they're in trouble for it. All right, now this teacher in Elizabeth Forward that decided to have inappropriate sexual relations with a student. Oh my. You are a real bonehead for doing that. Okay? This was a female teacher. She was sending sexual innuendos to a student. And of course, the student that you're sending it to, because you're so stupid and forget to realize this, and that is that social media is out there and everybody talks to their friends and everybody talks to everybody. So how in the world do you think you can justify hiding it? Okay. I said this before and I'll say it again. You cannot hide anything because social media, cell phones, everything. Okay. Cell phones here. Look, see, cell phones. They cause problems. People take pictures. People are on social media. People do every different kind of thing that there is. Okay. Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Okay. Do you catch what I'm saying? All right. So why would you be so stupid as to jeopardize your career in teaching? Now you're going to be on Megan's list. Boy, I tell you what, man, that is one boneheaded move. And that's tonight's bonehead. Terrible but true. Let's talk about the Port Authority. You know, there's some issues right now as far as we get into our little topics here. Port Authority, as you know, in the union are at odds right now because Port Authority has a mandate set for all operators and employees to be vaccinated. Well, the union, in their infinite wisdom, decided they were going to go to court and try to fight it. Now, I don't have nothing against unions, okay? And I'm staying in the middle here. I'm not taking sides. I'm only telling you what I see. And what I see right now is the public with this being hurt because of it. Okay. The public is being hurt. Again, I'm not taking sides. I can't because of the position I'm in. Okay. I'm the president of the Allegheny County Transit Council. We are an advisory council to the Port Authority. All right. I am not taking sides. I'm only telling you what I see. And what I see here is two sides at odds with each other over shots. Okay. And the public has to suffer. They have to wait longer for buses, which they're already waiting long for now because of a shortage. Okay. And now you're talking about 500 drivers that could possibly, and I say this, not be able to work, get fired, get disciplined, whatever. Again, that's keeping a driver off the road that could put people on a bus and move people that depend on the Port Authority. Okay. And I have this to say to the Port Authority. Gas prices are up sky high. People are looking for alternatives to get to work. Here's an opportunity for you to bring your ridership back. So both sides, you guys need to seriously take a look at this, at what you're doing right now, because this is affecting a lot of riders out here who have to wait out in the bitter cold for a bus, or even if it's not cold, it's unfair. You know, if I was working and I had to really take a bus to get to work, and it would, you know, I'm done working. I just worked a 12-hour shift. And the last thing I want to do is be waiting 2 hours for a bus because I can't get one because we're lacking in operators. Okay. Your comments in the comments section are always welcome here on the way I see it. And that's the way I see it tonight, folks. Again, I'm not taking sides. I was once in the union of Local 85. So I'm looking at both perspectives. Okay. Port Authority put the mandate down. The union needs to. That's their mandate. That's what they're going to do. What you're doing is by not coming to work, not driving the bus, it's affecting the public. Okay. And I'm not saying Port Authority's wrong either. Okay. This is crazy with this pandemic and getting shots and making threats and the court system sticking up for everybody else but the common working guy on this whole thing. Okay. I understand your pain. I do. All right. But we have a public that needs public transportation. All right. Please, guys, please, ladies and gentlemen, think again. Think, please. Think closely, both sides. And let's get this done so we can get the public moving. This is an opportunity for you, Port Authority. All right, to not to have to cut routes. It's an opportunity for you to start bringing people back to the bus, okay, that have been away because of the pandemic. All right, that's the way I see it tonight. And I'm not going to talk any further about it. SkyWest Airlines cutting routes from Pittsburgh to Johnstown because of shortage. Now, SkyWest is a small little airline that does the local airports around the state here. They do Altoona, Bradford, Du Bois, Johnstown. I spoke with Erie as one of my second cities. I had a little conversation via email with the director up at Erie Airport, and I said, "Why don't you look into these folks to get a flight from Pittsburgh to Erie or something to that effect?" Well, it turns out that there's a flight that I found out tonight that Akron Canton Airport is doing better than Erie. And Erie is an international airport. And Erie's a bigger city than Akron Canton. So what I'm saying to you is if they can have a powerful, more flighted type of an airport, why can't you? Okay. But SkyWest cutting flights. Allentown neighborhood up here, as I mentioned earlier, we're getting a new brewery. City of Pittsburgh here. We're also getting a new coffee shop. So come on up to Allentown here. We have some Italian restaurants up here. We have some Italian pasta store that sells fresh pasta. And we have a lot more up here in Allentown. So come on up. Bring your friends, bring your cousin, bring your family. Come on up and check out the business district up here. Also, speaking of some things I didn't really get to cover. The union picketing for City Brewery out in Latrobe. You know, City Brewery, they were really thriving at one time. In case you're not aware, that's the brewery that is owned by Miller. They are a contracted brewer in Latrobe. And what they do is they make beer for like Duquesne Beer. Oh, well, they were doing Iron City's products there. And Iron City was paying them for the last 10 years. Well, they just lost Iron City's business because Iron City this summer is opening up their new production facility in Creighton. They bought an old PPG plant that was once there, and now they're going to use it for their new brewery, and that's where they're going to brew the beer now. So they lost that business, and apparently the unions, picketing, and I don't blame them for bad negotiations, things like that. These companies these days, folks, they think they can get away with anything they want. They don't want to sit down and talk with these union people anymore. It's been like this since Ronald Reagan when he fired the air traffic controllers back in the day. And I know I'm digging into old wounds, but you know something, it's truth. It is what happens when these types of things go on. And the labor movement is continued to move on as much as it can, but it's not as powerful as it once was. Many years ago, when we had the steel mills here in Pittsburgh, the unions were thriving. They were powerful, and now they're powerful, but they're not as powerful as they once were. Sad to hear about that there at City Brewery. Starbucks employees want to start a union. This is a copycat thing. Coffee Tree Roasters, just their employees just started a union for the baristas. And again, I don't blame them because you have employees who are wrong. And I'm not going after either side. I'm not going after unions. I've been in 5 of them in my whole life. And I'm not going after any of these employers either. But what I am going after the employer is that you don't want to provide good working conditions for people. And nowadays, you catch more flies with honey. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, yeah, you're gonna have to start learning how to take care of some of these employees. Okay. Because it's coming to the point to where our economy is suffering because we can't find people that want to work because we're lazy all of a sudden. This country has become lazy. It's become lazy, scared, and nothing. That's what this country has become. And I've based my program the way I see it on those three topics because it's the truth. Okay. All right. Friday, I have a life story to tell you, and it has to do with unemployment. Whether you hear this on Friday on my podcast, you need to tune in 7 p.m. Friday. Always an experience with the way I see it podcast. Live on YouTube, 7 p.m. Your comments I'll be taking as I am tonight here. We're about to wrap up here. 3 more minutes left in the broadcast. But Starbucks employees now, they just had a rally recently at the Starbucks location in Bloomfield, and they want to start a union as well. Good for them. I'm happy for them. Ed Gainey's trying to get more union employees in this town. Labor, labor moves people. Labor helps your economy when labor, but when you mistreat labor, and that's what's causing this great resignation too. A lot of employers don't want to treat their employees with anything, and their employees can go somewhere else. Or their employees can stay home and do what they want to do. It seems to me that I've seen both angles. I've actually seen three different angles of this great resignation thing. At first, I didn't like it, but then I saw some positive things about it to where I said to myself, okay, well, maybe this will work. Okay. And it has worked. All right. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Some people are taking advantage of it. Oh, I can go on vacation. Forget paying my rent. I can go on vacation. You know, I quit my job, okay, and put strain on your employer. All right. Just like everything else. All right. And as we wrap things up tonight, I want to bring you up to speed on some of the way I see it programming. We're on PCTV on a rotating basis, channel 21 Comcast, 47 Verizon, and on PCTV's Facebook page and on their website as well. And check the listings on your television and on your device that you're using, Roku, Fire Stick, and Apple TV as well. For the way I see it, it's on a rotating basis tonight or this morning, early, 2 a.m. if you can't sleep. My interview with Pastor Paul Roberts will be on the way I see it on PCTV. And then the next day, it'll be on at midnight going into Tuesday to start Tuesday. It'll be on midnight, another edition of the way I see it as well. Coming up on April 5, I will be having my taping and live recording or live broadcast on PCTV's Facebook page of the way I see it. My special guest, James White. Now, James White is doing a very special wrestling movie or TV series, whichever he can do, and he's going to try to put it on Netflix, and it's in revolves to local wrestling. And in case you're not aware, Thursday night, I have a wrestling program every other Thursday on National Blog Talk Radio. 347-205-6931 is the number to use if you want to tune in. Thursday night, 8 p.m., myself and Mark Mancini, former wrestler and also my producer for some of my shows. And so there we are. Juana checking in. She caught part of the closing into my shows, but you can watch them again on Facebook, and this will be uploaded onto YouTube as well. Coming up, don't forget Friday night, 7 p.m. The way I see it, always controversial. I have always the topics every Sunday night, 9:30, live here on Facebook. The way I see it, TV, PCTV. I'm Ralph Williams. Thank you for watching. Be safe.